What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, that guy, my high, tuning back in for the reaction. This time we got one of them amazing top 10s. Before we hop into that, we got to give a big shout out to all the members like we do. We got Marla, Marie, Dieselfield, Tammy, Nick, Creatively Insane, Carrie, Ryan Parks, Nicole, Token Tug, Casey Girl, Aaron, Taylor, Mama Dukes, Misty Summers, Lynn, Driver Thoughts, Lynn. We got Lynn Millow and then Lynn, Amy Jane Doe, Liz, Nugget, My Hood Life, and Gary Willis, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being members. If you guys want personal shout outs on all the videos, all the lives, think about hitting that join button down below. If not, just subscribe, hit the bell notification, and help us hit 100K. Appreciate you. Anyways, man, let's hop into this. This got the top 10 terrifying things discovered in hotel rooms. Let's go.
From babies to tarantulas, people have discovered the most unreal things in hotel rooms. I'm Melissa Malati, your host, and here are your top 10 terrifying things discovered in hotel rooms. In our number 10 spot, we have tarantulas. Yeah, I've never been a spider person myself, and those of you that are, well, honestly, I'd love to analyze your childhood. But in any case, yes, a tarantula was once discovered in a hotel room. Probably the most frightening thing ever. A couple was on a trip in Thailand and going to bed when they saw a shadow on the wall. Obviously being nervous as to what the heck it was, they immediately turned the lights on and bam, there it was, a giant tarantula on the wall. Holy crap, I'm pretty sure I would have been terrified just sleeping in after that, even after it had been removed. In our number 9 spot, we have a firearm. A maid was cleaning the hotel room one day when she found a firearm, a revolver, under the bed. Whoa, that would very much terrify me. I would probably have had a moment of, looking around the room, feeling fearful that someone scary was hiding and going to jump out of the shower or something any minute. So yeah, that would have been terrifying.
To find a gun wouldn't have been as terrifying. It's like, because people care, people like to have protection, and to think that somebody stuffed it under the bed and just kind of forgot about it is
Unfortunately, the hotel was unable to locate the owner, as the hotel only vacuums under the bed every 6 months.
Damn.
I wish I knew what hotel that was, because every 6 months doesn't seem very sanitary. You would think that the maids would still look under the bed just in case there isn't any inappropriate, adult items lying around. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. In our number 8 spot, we have a webcam. This one is another one that's probably out of one of my worst nightmares, and feels like it's also straight out of a horror movie. A man was just, unpacking his things in his hotel room when he discovered something flash in the vent. Of course, being curious, he decided to inspect it. What he found was a webcam. Who knows where that footage was being streamed to, but it is still so freaky. The camera was seemingly dying, as that's why it was flashing, but Lord knows how much it already streamed. Pretty nerve-wracking. In our number 7 spot, we have the toenail bag. Look, I understand if you fast forward this one, because when I read about it, I almost puked in my mouth. But then I had a sip of my delicious coffee beside me, and all was well in the world again. One day, when a manager was on duty, the cleaning staff reported to him that they had found a bag filled with a disturbing amount of toenail clippings. Oh, so gross. If there were more than 10, then you know that whoever had this bag was keeping maybe theirs and someone else's, but wait, actually it doesn't matter how many, because the fact that they're keeping them at all, let alone in a bag for whatever reason, is very disturbing. Is that like a weird fetish that I've never heard about? Yikes, that's so gross. I can't help but laugh. It's very disturbing. In our number 6 spot, we have baby ducks. Apparently, there once was a guest that possibly rescued a bunch of little ducklings after their mother died, or perhaps she was the reason their mother died. That part is unclear. Anyways, this guest kept the ducklings in a hotel bathtub and must have gotten bored and decided, all right, well, peace out, ducklings, I'm over you, and then just left. Well, the hotel staff, of course, found the ducklings in the tub, and then they transported them to the hotel office, where someone came by and adopted them, thankfully. Even though the woman who put them in the tub is definitely questionable, I guess perhaps it might have been good, as they might have had a harder time without their mother, and who knows if they would have found their way. I don't know much about ducks and how long they need to be with their mom, but hopefully whoever took them took care of them well. In our number 5 spot, we have a bloody Bible. Well, this one is a bit intense, to say the least. In a Motel 6, of course, a Motel 6, in Riverside, California, a man found a Bible in his room, allegedly with blood smeared all over it. Of course, he concluded that this was either a satanic ritual of some sort, B, someone who really dislikes the Bible, or C, someone who accidentally got a severe paper cut while reading the Bible. It happens.
Or D, somebody was on their way out the door and was like, I need to read that one verse one more time, and was trying to flip through the pages. Just saying.
A bloody Bible, I would instantly assume that I had been cursed and would probably get on my knees and pray. Not that I'm very religious, but that scene would surely make anyone pray, right? Am I right, or am I right, or am I right? I would then proceed to call all of my loved ones in case I die, and then begin to also persuade someone to pay for me to move to a Hilton, where they leave little chocolates in your room, not bloody Bibles. This isn't an ad for Hilton. In our number 4 spot, we have a snake. One night, a maintenance technician was working what he thought to be yet another shift, but boy, was he wrong. Around 10:30 in the evening, he gets a frantic call from the front desk lady telling him that he has to go check a room out now, as there is a snake in there. There's a snake in my boot. I couldn't help myself. He thought that something was miscommunicated or someone was playing a prank, but when he got to the room, he saw 3 guests terrified, and yep, there was indeed a snake in the room. A massive one, too. It was wrapped around the pull-out sofa, and it was right at the part you would have had to go to pull it out. Yikes. That gives me the heebie-jeebies. I honestly am undecided as to what's worse to find in your room.
It was probably better that it was wrapped around the part that you could grab, because that's the part you were about to look at, or you were looking for, so you seen it. And like, imagine if it was tucked under the mattress and shit. Like, fuck that.
Tarantula or a snake? Would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. In our number 3 spot, we have a corpse. I'm sure you were waiting for this one. I wonder how many times this has happened in hotel history. I really feel for hotel staff, man. They have to deal with so much. Baby ducklings, tarantulas, snakes, corpses. Whew. Anyways, a corpse was found underneath one of the beds in a room. The body was wrapped in a bag, and the police suspected to be about a week dead when it was found. So that meant that a number of guests stayed in this room and slept on this bed with a corpse underneath it. That's it. I'm never staying in another hotel room without checking underneath the bed. These hotels really need to make their staff check under their beds more often. How scary. In our number 2 spot, we have the Rolex. A man went to his hotel room in Las Vegas only to open the door and discover a number of diamond necklaces, gold rings, and Rolex watches laid out on the bed. The value was anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000. Probably closer to $100,000. Anyways, he just thought he had the wrong room. So he went downstairs, confirmed his room, and sure enough, it was his room. He decided to tell the staff what he found, and the staff applauded him for his honesty and decided to give him a room upgrade. Honestly, that kind of money is life-changing. I truly wonder how many people would have turned it into the staff. I bet you anything this man probably, possibly regretted his decision afterwards.
Because most jewelry have little like serial numbers and things like attached to it to help with theft and, insurance situations and stuff. So as soon as you try to go sell this shit or pawn it or do anything with it other than, trying to sell it on the streets, it's going to get probably found out that you are in possession of it and that it belongs to somebody else. So that would just be a story you just wouldn't want to have to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to explain why I have this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if I did just find it, I don't want to explain that shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely felt morally obliged to tell the truth, but it would have hurt my soul, at the same time. In our number 1 spot, we have
I would have wore it all downstairs, though.
A baby was found in a hotel room once in Mexico by a couple. They opened their door only to find the baby lying on their bed in a blanket. Not knowing what to do and also not knowing Spanish very well, they tried to speak to the front desk lady over the phone, but she wasn't understanding them. So they brought the baby down to the front desk only to be approached by a crying lady and 2 cops, and one of them handcuffed the couple. After a translator was found to smooth over the situation, the couple was told that the baby belonged to one of the cleaning staff who was new to the hotel, and she couldn't remember the room she left her baby in, and since she was new, she was too scared to tell her boss that she brought her baby into work, let alone forgot the room. So she ended up telling her friend, and her friend called the cops. Wow, what a wild situation to get caught up in. I bet that's a story they will never forget. All right, well, that's all the time I have for you today, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a...
Man, that would have put a salty ass taste in my mouth for Mexico. I ain't even gonna lie. I would have been like, man, fuck Mexico. These motherfuckers out here wilding. They need more daycares and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, man, y'all let me know what you thought about that in the comments below. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.